Shri Parasakthi Vidyalaya Cbse Class 7th Subject English.
Good morning, my dear students. Welcome. In this class, we are going to see Unit 7 Supplement Reader. The topic of the lesson is Chandni. It is written by Zakir Hussain. All of you take your supplement reader book and take page number 43. Dear students, take page number 43. Topic of the lesson Chandni. Before we can enter the lesson, see some introduction about the story. Abur Khan kept goats as pets. So we can understood Abur Khan is the main character. He loved his goats, but they left him one by one. So he has so many pets, but it left one by one. And he bought a young pretty goat called her Chandni. So now you can understood clearly. Abu Bakr is the owner of goats, and he has kept many pets. It left one by one. So finally, he bought a young pretty goat. The name of the goat is only Chandni. Okay. See, once upon a time, there lived an old man in Almora. He was popularly known as Abu Khan. He lived in alone except for a few goats which he always kept as pets. He gave his goats funny names such as Tla, Mongia or Gujri. He would take them for the grazing during the day and talk to them as one talks to one's own children. At night, he would bring them back to his little hut and put a string round the neck and each goat. Poor Abu Khan was a little and unlucky in the matter of his goats. Very often at night, one of the goats would pull the string till it broke loose, and then would disappear in the hills beyond. Goats in hilly regions hate being too tied up trees or poles. They love their freedom. Abu Khan's goats were of the best hill breed. They too love their freedom, so whenever they got a chance, they would run away only to get killed by an old wolf who lived in the hills. Whenever one of the goats disappeared, Abu Khan was very sad. He did not understand why even the justice grass and grains they had gave them and all the love that he given. See, once an old man, Abu Khan lived in Almora. He was very alone. His only companions were, we know, a few goats, which always he kept as pets. He believed it is his time. He gave the funny names to them and he took them out for the grazing day in the time. He talked to them as one who talks to their own child. At night, he put a string round the neck of each goat. But he was very unlucky. Why? All the goats, one by one, his goats broke the string and freed themselves and disappeared in the hills because it wanted freedom. They loved their freedom, so whenever they got a chance, they would run away from the place and killed by an old wolf who lived in the hills. So now Abu Khan is very sad. So what happened? See in the next page. Page number 44. Showed on them would not stop these unfortunate goats from running straight to the jaws of death. Are these goats mad? He wondered, or it was their love, their freedom. But freedom means struggle, hardship, even death. Abu Khan could not solve this mystery. One day, when all the goats had left him, Abu Khan said to himself, "No more goats in my house ever again. I may yet live for a few more years, but I have lived without goats." However, the poor old man was terribly lonely. He simply could not do without his pets. Very soon, he bought a very young goat. He thought, "A young goat will stay with me much longer. She will soon begin to love me as well as the food I give her every day. She will never want to go to the hills." And he laughed with joy. The new goat was very pretty. She was white as snow and had two little horns as their little head and pair. See, so whenever the goat gets chance, it go one by one and get killed. Abu was now very sad and puzzled. He wondered why the goats, in spite of all the good food and affection, ran straight to the jaws of death. Freedom for means He believed it is a struggle, hardship, even death. So one day, when all the goats had left Apu, he decided not to keep any goat as a pet anymore. But he felt very lonely because always he's keep a pet. So nowadays he felt very lonely. So he decided to buy a new one. So he bought a young goat. He hoped it would be begin to love with him and never want to go to the hills. So it is very too pretty. It is snow and friendly. So Abu called him as a Chandni. See, page number 45. Gleamed red eyes, she had a friendly temperament and would listen to Abu Khan's tales with a lot of interest and affection. Abu Khan called her Chandni, which means moonlight. He loved Chandni and would narrate her stories all of his friends who were dead and gone. Several years passed, Chandni was still there. Abu Khan believed Chandni would never leave him compound for the free and fresh air of the hills beyond. Alas, he was mistaken again. So after a long time, he get a Chandni as a own pet. So he told all the stories to her and about his friends also. The Chandni was very close to him, but still it was with Apu. Several years passed also, it is with Apu. Abu believed that Chandni would never leave again, but her plan was something else. So what happened? It is not it is also mistake again committed by the Abu Khan. What happened? You can see page number 46. Like other goats, Chandni too missed the hills. She told Abu Khan she must have her freedom. The story of the dangerous wolf in the forest did not discourage Chandni. So every morning, Chandni watched the hilltop bathed in the sunlight. How beautiful those hills are, she thought. How refreshing the breeze and blows through them, and how lovely to run across the green fields. She ran towards the hills, and but he had to stop with a jerk. The rope round her neck and would not let her go any further. How she hated the rope. She stopped eating the green grass Abu Khan brought to her, not listen the stories with interest and affection. And she lost her appetite, grew very thin and stared moodily at the hilltop birds in sunlight. Abu Khan did not understand Chandni's anxious. At last she decided to speak him frankly. Dear Abu Khan, she said, let me go to the hills, please. If I stay on your own compound, I'll die. Now Abu Khan understood Chandni's problem, but it is made him very unhappy. The earthen part, which contained Chandni's breakfast, fell from his hands and broke into a thousand pieces. Why do you want to leave me, Chandni? Abu Khan asked. I want to go to the hills, Chandni answered. Don't you like the food here? I'll give the tastier food than a much longer roam. No, thank you. Let me go to the hills. So do you realize the risk of you are running? You are obstinate creature. There is a dangerous wolf in the hills. He'll eat you up. Abu Khan did not best to warn her. Chandni answered, God has given me a pair of horns. I'll fight the wolf. See, now the new goat Chandni want again the freedom like the old goats. But he was very sad. Chandni was still with Apu, we know. He would never leave him. But the plan was totally wrong, we said. She watched the hilltop every day, which appeared so charming. She hated the rope that would not let her home. She stopped eating the green grass and refused to listen to Abu Khan stories. She is not very interested to live with him in that place. She lost her appetite. She only took the hills madly. Only she opened her heart to him. She said he would die if she was not allowed to him, said frankly. But first Apuka not understood why it was behave like this. Now he could understood. Abu warned her the risk. The dangerous wolf said about all the dangerous part in the hills. But it said, I have ready to face any problem and fight with the wolf, said by Chandni. So now Abu Khan felt very sad because he thought she only lived with at the end of the life, but it also a wrong belief. So what happened? See in the next page. Page number 47. Fight the wolf. Indeed, have you forgotten the story of your sister Galua, who was the size of the big G? She fought the wolf through the night and but killed in the page number 48. To all the Chandni had only one thing to say, I want to go to the hills. Again and again, Abu Khan given many things about hill's job, but it is want to go there. Abu Khan got very annoyed. He thundered, you are not going anywhere. From today, you will live in a small hut and not move freely in the page number 49. Chandni went back to the hills. She knew the wolf was somewhere there. She was ready to put up a good fight. So she was ready to face anything. Very confident goat. Chandni reached the hills. It seemed to her that the old hills were standing in a row and welcome to her. She felt like a child meeting her parents after years of separation. Whenever page number 50. Should she go back to safely of Abu Khan's hut? No. She said to herself, death in open field in the bar better than in life in a small hut. The wolf had come out of the bushes and was staring greedily at Chandni. His eyes were shining like burning coal. Page number 51, end of the story. Suddenly, it began the clouds. The stars also began to disappear one by one. A faint light appeared in the east, and the morning call, the prayer came from the distant. Dear students, we completed Unit 7 supplementary today. So, all should read one more time and write these question answer in your English note. Thank you.